Don't I be with Jay Money serving everybody?
Hey,
He said, pockets extra stocky. Don't I love my veg? Don't I love my vegetables, extra cheese and broccoli?
hey.
You know what I'm saying? And we in here, man. Episode 31, man. Primo Sports. Yes, sir. Back with another one, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody that been watching the last video. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, little 25 views on it. 25 gonna turn to 2,500 real soon, man. We just gotta keep locking in. So it's your host, Jake, spreading the motherfucking love. And I'm with the co-host.
You already know, man. It's your man Lex. Welcome back to another episode of Primo Sports with Soul Game No Hype, man.
Don't I be with Jay Money serving everybody? That's what I'm on, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we had people getting packed up, bruh. Like, we had some good pack and we had some bad pack. You know what I'm saying? We had some, we thought the Niners was about to do something. Blowout. Got them packed up. We already talked about in the last episode how Josh Allen shit, the Bills. The Bears. The Bears. Packed up. Good game. But ultimately, you're in a pack. Texans, Pats. I mean, I said it. I said it was gonna be pretty much a one-sided game. Whoever dominate, even though it was ugly, there was to me never a chance for the Texans to win that game because C.J. Stroud is a turnover machine. But again, another team in the pack. So we had a lot of pack going on in the playoffs. You know what I mean? We'll start off with the blowout. Seattle versus San Fran. I mean, honestly, I didn't see that shit coming at all.
I don't
Thought
think
that was gonna.
anybody did.
Yeah, I mean, our prediction was completely wrong about that.
Way off.
Um, well, that's what happens, man. Shoot shoot, bro. You let this shit go, and sometimes the shit go in pause, and sometimes it don't. But just a ugly game. I mean that for the Niners, a beautiful game for Seattle all around. Defense clicking on all cylinders. I didn't even really watch this shit to be honest. I saw the score and I said, yeah, this is crazy. It was 41-6. I mean, I don't know what happens with San Fran after this. So what do you think is the next move for them in the off season? Give them
Well,
some advice.
well, the defensive coordinator just got hired, I think. So, they're gonna be looking for a coordinator.
Hired, fired.
No, he got hired by
Oh, he got
another
hired
team.
by another
Yeah, yeah,
team.
he went to
Okay.
another job. So, they lost that. So they're gonna need some help on the defensive end. I really think that they might need to go try to find a more reliable tight end. And you know what I mean? Because somebody that's gonna be there for those big games or whatever. Give Christian McCaffrey some help. Uh, and from there, I don't know. I don't know what the Niners do. I don't know if they blow it up. I don't know. It's disappointing though because I mean I really didn't watch the game neither. Um, by the time I was able to see that the game was actually on, it was already
Ain't
like
shit.
20 something to 6. So
Not
I was like,
entertaining, man. You
I'm
got
like,
better
there's
things to
no
do.
chance. There's no reason for me to sit here and just waste my time and watch this. I could just, be doing something totally different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
But
not wasting your time.
right. And then when I went back, I seen it was 41-6. No bullshit. I text my boys in the group chat like, do the Niners know that they got a game today? Because they're in the playoffs. You know that in the playoffs you got to play harder, not like you don't just like regress and go backwards. You got to move forward, and it's like there was nothing there. It looked like Seattle just completely just fucking took over the whole game.
Yeah, and I thought San Fran was gonna come in with some like momentum off of that, knocking off the Eagles and shit, packing them up. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, like y'all see y'all, you just beat the defending champs. regardless of how their season was going, they still were the defending champs, and you knocked them off. And you came into Seattle and you got rattled, bro. You just couldn't handle the shit. I mean, 41-6. I don't care who got hurt. 41-6 is crazy. McCaffrey was still in the game. Purdy was still in the game from what I'm seeing. So I mean, I don't understand why you guys got blown out like that. I understand Kittle been out, but he got injured in the last game. So this shit don't really matter. You already knew that. He gets injured all the time, so y'all gotta already know that. Get ready to play without him, essentially. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree, man. I think, giving them somebody like maybe you could grab a Kim Cade from the Bills or you know what I'm saying, somebody that's more reliable target. Because well, not reliable target because when Kittle's playing, he's obviously
Right, not
he's
necessarily
hooping.
like more
He
durable.
just he just not reliable as far as being able to
Right,
play.
just more durable,
I don't know
more
when you
durable tight end. You know what I mean?
listen. We have jobs, right? And a job, if you do if you're not there, they're gonna fire you. Like you could call out and use your sick time and all that, but when you out of sick time, you called out 3 times in a week, you gotta go. It's like you out of your sick time. You don't got, you don't got no vacation,
No PTO.
no PTO. You've been putting in. You kept putting in for like you keep requesting it. Like yo, but I put it in for 2 weeks earlier. Nah, bro, but you're out of the time. You don't have it no more. You accrued your 40 and then you lose your 40. You use it immediately. It's gone. So you're not available, you gotta go, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and I don't know if it's even done for him. It might be done for him career wise at this point. You gotta evaluate that shit, bro. How many times you've been played with an injury that takes you out for the rest of the you know what I mean? For either the rest of the playoffs or the rest of the season. You don't even ever really get just like slightly hurt. Motherfucker be gone for like the whole season. And it's like,
Yeah,
you know, and Purdy, I think Purdy's there. I mean, they didn't have Ayuk the whole year. I think getting him back obviously will help them a lot because he's a problem. They didn't really have a number one. Juwan Jennings and shit like that. They're not like that for real. Like on some wide receiver one shit. So if you didn't really have that consistent target to throw to in the past game, you had to really rely heavily on McCaffrey, and that's only gonna get you so far because we could game plan for that. Like we could just fixate on him, and Seattle had the
and just
defense.
neutralize them.
Yeah, Seattle has the defense to do so, so they did that, and now you in the pack, man. So that's just how it goes, man. Niners rolled you up, and then I mean, now you out there. They asked you, and then they put you in the ashtray, and they left you. Like that's it. Like not even a roach, bro. They threw it. They even like sometimes when you got a lot of bud and shit, you just feeling yourself, blah blah blah. You don't even keep the roach. You might just throw it out the car. They threw the shit out the car, bro. They 41-6. They threw it out the car, bro. They didn't want that. Cause like the way I evaluate it is good pack is like if I beat a good team. Y'all didn't play like y'all was a good team 41-6. I mean, that looks like
They
a
just
that
didn't show up.
yeah, it's like our
They
and
didn't come to play.
and then you were a team what in the Super Bowl not too long ago. You've been there a couple times. You usually
Play their
go
playoff team. I mean, shit. If they don't lose Brock Purdy, what was it a couple years ago? If Brock Purdy doesn't go down,
against the Eagles.
yeah,
Yeah.
they possibly win that game. But it is what it is. But
Yeah, because they had crazy momentum that year. They was going
yeah,
crazy,
they had.
but they still got kind of got like the same people. They just be the injuries do be plaguing them, but y'all got a 41-6. I don't care. I'm sorry. I keep saying this shit. 41-6
Six
is
is
crazy.
just diabolical.
That's it, bro. You're
Like,
done. You
you
know what
didn't
I
come
mean?
to play.
But a more entertaining game though. That Rams and Bears shit.
That was the best game of last week.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Best game of last
Well,
week.
the Bills and the
The
Bills game was crazy though. The
that
Bills,
was a crazy game, but I
that
still give it to the Bears though. I feel like that Bears Rams game, like that was wild, yo. For like the way Caleb was able to just take it to overtime. You know what I mean? Like my man's running backwards and then ends up just finding his
yo,
man,
bro, he been doing that shit.
and it was a dot, bro.
Nah,
You
he
feel
been. I
me?
ain't gonna lie,
It
Caleb
was a
been making some
dot, and
crazy
then
throws.
then he fucks up at the end by throwing the pick. You know, if Moore keeps running, at least he can contend for the pass. You know what I'm saying? But he just kind of stopped running, and it's just like, oh, thank you, bloop. Game over after that. But that was just a great fucking game, man. That was a great
Yeah,
game,
I think Chicago, you know what I mean? They're gonna be definitely looking forward to next season. Even though it's disappointing to lose like that, but like Caleb is I mean, he's doing his thing. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of his shit is coming in the fourth quarter and it's like that's cool, but like maybe let's not put ourselves in a position where we always have to do that. You know what
similar
I
to the
mean?
Bills.
Like we don't always have to be in the overtime game. We don't like let's dominate from jump and then hold down the lead
Mm-hmm.
and get a win like that versus like every time I have to fucking be down 10 in the fourth quarter and then make some shit happen. It's like
Yeah, it's like I look at that as like similar to the Bills, bro. You keep playing from behind, and yeah, you might win a lot of those games, but it can't become a habit because it's not always gonna pan out for you. You know what I'm saying? If you have to keep playing from behind.
yeah,
You
no,
know what
it's
I'm
not gonna
saying?
be it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna always work out for you. You know what I'm saying? If you have a few games where it's like that, where it's like we know how to play from behind, cool, great. But when it's an all the time type of thing, now it's just a habit. Now you just form bad habits. Of, like, nah, we'll just wait to the third, fourth quarter to where we can really show up. And then, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When it's like, nah, you should be doing that from as soon as the whistle blows. You know what I'm saying? You should be at it. But is what it is,
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to always, you know, just you don't want to make that a habit. That's not a habit you want to build. You want to build let's, play for the whole game, all four quarters, you know what I mean, in all phases of the game, special teams, defense, offense, like where we're connecting and it's like we're clicking on all cylinders throughout the whole game, not when we're down 13 in the fourth quarter. It's great that I have you though. I love that I know that you can make those throws. You know what I mean? I love to have somebody like that on the team, obviously, especially when it's your quarterback that's being the clutch person. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, because that's the thing, too, when you think about football, like, yeah, you got to make the catches and shit, but the most clutch person has to be the quarterback, pretty much. And depending on the situation, but most of the time, if it's a game winning drive, it's going to be the quarterback throwing the
it's in your
ball.
hands.
Yeah, like you.
It's in your hands. It starts off with as soon as the ball is hyped, it's hyped into your hands, whether
Yeah,
shotgun or under the center. It's
like
in your hands. We're
yeah,
putting the
like your
ball in
throw
your
has
hands.
to be perfect. Your
Exactly.
throw
Like
has to be perfect.
it
Yeah,
has to be in the vicinity to where the receiver can get the
yeah.
ball and make a
It's
play.
not like
You know what I'm
basketball where
saying?
like if you miss the shot, somebody else could come and jump and dunk it. You know what I mean? Get a putback or some shit like
Right,
that. So
right,
the
right.
ball could actually still go in, but it wasn't off your shot.
Right,
But
right.
if you throw and it gets tipped up in football, that's most likely gonna be over. It's gonna be an interception for you.
Could
You know
be
what I mean?
interception. Maybe it falls into
Maybe,
a player hand, but
but the
most
rarity
likely
that
somebody's knocking it
exactly,
down.
yeah, there's a much higher chance in the sport like basketball of you if you miss the clutch shot, somebody else can actually come through and
Tip
make
it
the
in. You know what I'm
and put the
saying?
make the clutch shot for
Right,
you.
right. Just tip
So
that
it's
bitch
like
right in. Just bloop. All
I
right,
mean,
good.
shit. The again, y'all against the Heat, a
Derek
few
White.
years ago, Derek White. Yeah, I mean that's a perfect example. That shit happens all the time in basketball. In football, that doesn't happen. If it gets tipped, it's gonna probably be over. So your throws actually have to be the most clutch part
That's actually the
of the.
one thing that you don't want.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want the ball to get tipped because
Your
that's
heart. First of all,
dangerous.
your heart gonna drop.
It's
Two, everybody's heart. You know what I mean? Like once you see that ball in the air,
Yo, that ball go up in the air, you're like, oh my gosh, just somebody knock it down.
Yeah, please,
You know what I'm
please,
saying?
please,
Like, just
please.
knock it down. Just, some offensive player, that's when they become defensive minded.
Right, yeah.
Because it's like, we can't let it get into this defender's hand. And especially depending on the moment in the game, the situation of the game. If it's the end of the game, a Hail Mary or
Yeah.
whatever, like, that's it. It's
But
the fucking
I
thing.
also don't wanna you know, not give credit to the Rams, obviously, for
They ball.
they went, they did what they had to do in a rugged game. 20-17 is not that's a defensive game, and I think the Rams were able to show like, hey, we could pretty much win any type of game you put us in. Because that's what you got to show. It's not going to always be Matthew Stafford throwing for 3 touchdowns, even though that's what I thought was going to happen. Um, it's not going to always be, Devontae Adams catching 2 touchdown passes in the end zone. Puka having 150 yards for, with 15 catches. Like, that's not always going to happen, especially in the playoffs where there's so much adjustments and everything is so much more crucial. The players are playing so much more harder pause. So it's like every little thing matters. So you're going to have games that you're going to have to show, like, yeah, we got to win the ugly ones too. Especially in the playoffs. So shout out the Rams for winning that. That's still my Super Bowl pick. Um, I feel like they're still gonna beat Seattle, even though people probably think I'm crazy just because of what they just did to San Fran, but that don't mean shit in the playoffs. I'm telling you that right now. I done seen the Giants. I seen the Giants beat the Vikings 41-0 going to the Super Bowl and then lose to the Ravens 34-7.
And this is pretty much a divisional game.
So yeah, it's a divisional
It's
game. I
pretty
mean, it
much.
was a divisional game. They already did a divisional game. Seattle versus the Niners. So right now they're feeling themselves. You know what I'm saying? They have obviously all the confidence in the world. You're going to Seattle,
On that 12th man.
but
That's
I
gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough game. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be an entertainment game. Entertaining game.
yeah, but I got Stafford
Yeah, I think
straight up.
I think Stafford and the Rams. They might get this one. For Seattle to win, Donald gotta have or Donald. I keep calling him Donald. He has to have just a solid game.
Huge.
I feel like he has to have like a damn near mistake free game. You
Oh
feel
nah, he
me?
has to.
He
Yeah,
has to have a mistake free game, and I think Seattle's defense is gonna show up, but it's all gonna depend on Donald and what he does, and how he's able to manage the pressure. Because I'm pretty sure the Rams are gonna bring a lot of pressure to throw him off his game.
oh yeah.
Um,
Them boys is
yeah, so I think this game right here, in order for Seattle to win, is gonna have to it's gonna he Sam Donald is gonna have to be damn near perfect.
yeah, yeah. I think so too. And the experience obviously is on Stafford's side. Been here before, been there, done that. Has won an NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. So he has that on his side. He's not. They're not a San Fran team where the injuries aren't. Hopefully, knock on wood, everybody stays healthy in the game. Devontae Adams is there, Puka's there, Kyron Williams. They're good, so they got all their weapons, and there's some dynamic weapons on that side. But there is some as well in Seattle. And Jigma is a fucking problem. I mean, he's pretty much the best receiver in the league at this point. Like him and Puka,
You can go either
you
or.
could go
You can
either
go either
or.
or and not be wrong.
Yeah, because he's unguardable. I mean, they're gonna go to him in every game, but yet he still comes out with
Right.
crazy numbers.
The way he's able to create
So
separation and get open is that shit is dope.
yeah, nah, it's crazy. So I think that he's gonna have to obviously go crazy, which means that, like you said, Sam Darnold's gonna have to be perfect, make the right throws, um, not force anything, but you're gonna have to force some things because, and when I say that, I mean you can't play pussy. If the throw's there and you feel like you could make it, you're gonna have to do that because playing conservative isn't gonna work. Because the Rams aren't gonna put up 6. That's not gonna happen.
Nah, not the
So
way that offense is built,
yeah,
and especially with Puka. Uh, you already know what he does when he gets the ball in the open field, or just even creating space and being able to just get the ball into his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like he's damn near unstoppable as well.
yeah,
And then when you got Devontae Adams, who's just like that's security blanket right there, bro. You
hmm
know that's Mr. Dependable, bro. Especially once it gets into that red zone area, good fucking luck.
yeah, nah, for real.
Good fucking luck because this, bro, it's like trying to fucking guard. It's like trying to guard KD in the mid range or some shit. Like
Yeah,
it's like he's gonna get the shot off,
yeah,
and
yeah.
9 times out
And
of
then
10 he's gonna get the fucking bucket,
yeah,
bro.
you
You know
really
what I'm
can't do
saying?
nothing about it.
It's you really can't do nothing about it. Once he gets into that red zone, bro, that's him all day, bro.
Yeah,
That's where he's gonna get his bread and butter at. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an interesting game.
yeah, and I think that it should be pretty high scoring. Um, shit, our one of these predictions got to be right. I mean, we got the Rams one right, but we thought it was gonna be like more. I thought Stafford was gonna throw like 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Um, but I think in this one, there's no way it's not like at least in 30 to 27. You know what I mean? 30 to
It'll be,
28,
and
some
not for
shit like
nothing. It'll
that.
be
Like
dope if it is. It'll
like
be
I don't
dope if it
think there's
is.
no way it's not.
Because
But I
that's what
also
it's been
understand.
looking like on
Yep.
the NFC side.
Yeah. Now go ahead. Do your thing.
On the NFC side, that's what it's been looking like more of. It's just been like the games on the NFC side have just been high scoring, more back and forth. On the AFC side, it's just been a real gritty, real ugly, a lot of defensive game. You know what I'm saying? Like not big numbers really getting put up. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like the Bills and the Broncos, but for the most part, they just been way uglier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
NFC side been a lot more exciting. You know what I'm saying? As far as just entertainment wise, and just just the scoring and shit. 'Cause that's what people like to see. So on that side, this has been way more entertaining.
Yeah. No, that's facts, bro. Yeah. So then just jumping into that, like the game against the Pats, with the Pats versus Houston. I mean, that's entertaining too, as far as defense goes. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
shit. I mean, it was like 20 fucking turnovers
It
in
was like
that
I
game.
think
It
like
felt like
fucking 8 turnovers
it was
total in that
crazy.
game. Like because what was it? Fucking Drake fumbled 4 times, lost two. This dude fucking threw like 4 picks, 3, 4 picks.
Had it, I think he fumbled. Didn't he have some fumbles too, or they or
You could say that. Fuck it,
yeah,
give it
yeah,
to
yeah. So
him.
it's just like I can't even. I don't know because
like,
if I'm putting this game with the last game before too for CJ Stroud, bro, motherfucker got like 10 turnovers and
bro, and it's like, yeah, I'm a Pats fan, but fucking like even with Drake, even with the last game, you know what I'm saying? He had like 2 turnovers against fucking I think it was the Chargers who we
yeah,
played
against
and
the
shit.
Chargers,
Like
yeah,
there was still 2 turnovers over there. So it's been real ugly, real defensive on this side. And I'm just hoping that because I'm not putting nothing past the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they have a backup out there,
yeah, yeah.
like I feel like nah, you don't want to put no disrespect on that man because he could
That's
surprise
and
you. You know what I'm
still been
saying?
playing,
Even
still been
though
playing.
like he might have like a 1-3 record as a starter, but it doesn't mean nothing. He
Yeah,
still has a
yeah,
good supporting cast around him,
yep,
and he still has Sean Payton as a coach. So I'm not putting nothing past the Broncos. For us, it's like I would say on like the offensive side, yo, protect this nigga on the left side. That's where all the fucking pressure is coming from. This is where all the fumbles are coming from his left side on the back side. You feel me? Where he's not seeing it. Protect that nigga on that side. Put an extra tight end over there. Have a running back over there. Do what the fuck you gotta do to protect this nigga so he can get off because he still ended up throwing fucking 3 touchdowns last game. So he could move the rock, but just fucking protect.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and then we got that shit. Hold up, I was just thinking about this shit. So y'all playing tomorrow, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna probably be in that storm, no?
We
Got that
playing. We
one.
playing Denver. We're going to
Oh,
Denver.
Denver! I forgot you got the number one seed. Damn,
Yeah,
but it's
we going.
Denver. So Denver good. Hopefully, not me.
It's still, we
I
still.
forgot. Yeah, the whole time I was thinking about that shit, and I forgot that Denver got the number one
Yeah,
seed.
so we
Yeah,
got to
good,
go
good,
to
good
Denver.
correction.
So,
Yep,
like, I mean, in a sense,
good
like, we'll
correction.
be able to get the fucking skip all of that bullshit
Yeah,
that
yeah,
comes over here.
yeah.
But we're
Luckily,
still, like, we're both outdoor teams, so we'll be used to the cold. For us, it's just gonna be the altitude,
right?
cause
Yeah,
that thin air. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So the altitude is gonna like play a big factor in that game.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
It's gonna play a huge factor.
and yeah, man, like not for nothing. Stidham, man, I done seen that dude play. He not like he a
He's not a
backup, but
slouch, bro.
he could play. Like
He's not a slouch, bro. So
and obviously he had this whole week to prepare with the team. He already knew that he was gonna start. It wasn't like he just got thrown in the game type shit. But that is unfortunate, very unfortunate that Bo Nix
with
got
Bo,
hurt. It's almost like you should have fucking just let the Bills win at that point. You know what I mean? So we could have had two healthy quarterbacks going at it. You know,
it does suck because
you would
I
have had a divisional
yeah,
game
because I think I texted
between.
you like once I found out about it. It was like right when I got home after doing this or whatever, like and the game was over.
Yeah,
I text you like, yo, bro, I just seen this, and you're like, bro, I just seen it too.
yeah.
So it was just mad funny how it happened. And it definitely is unfortunate because you obviously want to have your best players out there because
Yeah,
that's
you would
gonna
have had the
be.
two young bucks, you know what I'm saying? The two young guns of the
I
AFC, you
mean,
know what I mean? That
what
shit would have been
shit would have been fire though.
shit would
Think
have been
about it
crazy.
because it's like you got two-year quarterbacks who, in a sense, kind of turn their teams around.
Yeah.
Leaders on the team. It would have been LTV, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like you really should y'all they should just veto this shit and just let the Bills play instead because like that we need like that's the story. I like stories, you know what I'm saying? Like we could have had if we would have had we could either had the like you said, we could have had the young guns going at it or we could have had a fucking AFC East battle, you know what I'm saying, between
Right. And
Josh
this
Allen and Drake May, y'all 1 for 1 in the series
right. It would have
in
been
the
an ill
season.
tiebreaker.
It would have been
Would
crazy.
have been a
You know
dope
what I
tiebreaker
mean?
to go into the, you know what I'm saying?
We're
Like
gonna
and
send that and we're gonna send a letter in, see if we can switch it up before
you know what
tomorrow.
I'm
If not,
saying?
but yeah, I mean it is what it is though. They didn't win the fucking game, and
Speaking of the
you
Bills,
definitely can't sleep on Denver.
can't. No, you can't. And I don't want nobody who is a Pats fan, don't go in here just thinking that we're going to walk in here and get a dub.
Yeah,
Walk in here thinking like this is another game to play.
yeah,
And we got to go to work. And that's just that. But speaking of the Bills, they ended up getting rid of their coach.
yeah. I
They
mean, I
fired him.
got them too.
Wow. Wow. And it was like literally like a couple days after, too.
Yeah.
They let them straight go. Like, wow, okay, they're not playing. They really trying to do something, and they're really trying to. And I want to say they're trying to help Josh by bringing in, some, new ideas. A new voice. Maybe they do need a new voice in the locker room.
Sometimes the change is needed, man. When the shit ain't working, it's like sometimes it's just you do it just because it's like, bro. I mean, we already been down this road with you many times, man. It's not working. It's like that girl that you wanted it to work. You feel me? But she be doing shit that you don't fuck with, and then you just gotta let it go because you're holding on because you're a nice person. You don't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
You met her parents one time. They gave you a sweater for Christmas. It, but sometimes you just gotta let the shit go.
Man,
And
it's tough.
sometimes you need to change the scenery, man. And sometimes when you get that change of scenery,
The
shit
glass,
goes crazy.
it ends up getting a little bit better. Nah, you ain't
Right?
lying. It might
Sometimes the
be.
grass is a little greener on the other side.
No.
Um, and I think that's the Bills' mentality with that move is like, let's just because we're not going to get rid of the talent. And this again just goes. I just got to keep reiterating this is that this always goes back to that. This is why players are more important than coaches. You people get rid of coaches all the time. They'll never get rid of their star quarterbacks though. You keep the star quarterback, you get a different coach most of the time. You don't really get rid of the quarterback and keep the
The
coach.
quarterback got to be like a CJ Stroud. is what you're saying.
To be like, yeah, like in that situation, I'm getting rid of the quarterback and keeping the coach because I know it's not D'Amico Ryan's fault. You know what I'm saying? I know he's a good coach, and that aspect is probably the only time that you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to it, the talent stays, the coaching usually goes. So you tell me which one is more important when it comes to winning the
Right, we
fucking
gotta
game.
build a league like it's the players
Like,
that's out there. That's the actual
yeah, and again, I'm not saying the coach is not important. I'm giving it 40%. I mean, that's a solid amount.
problem. Mm-hmm.
It's damn near half.
You
But
still got,
anyway,
you still need that game
that's their
plan. You still
mindset with
need
it.
that,
They're
yeah.
gonna move on, keep the talent, move on from the coaching. Um, hopefully they can find somebody good. You know, I would like to see the Bills get one. You know, that would be nice. I guess you know, like
And for them,
to have zero. You know, to beat to go 0-4. You know, back to back to back to back.
it just sucks because I know
I
that they.
can't.
I wonder how Bills fans feel though about when they're looking and watching and seeing Josh play and they see this record in the playoffs as far as like with the big games how he's like 0-7 or
That
something like
overtime
that.
record. That's an
And it's an
overtime record.
overtime record.
That's his.
Like
So he's 0-7 all time in overtime. Now 0-3 or 0-4 in the playoffs.
that right there has to be a mind fuck in itself.
0-4 against Patrick Mahomes, and also got packed up by Joe Burrow as well.
Yeah, see, like that has to be in itself like demoralizing,
Yeah,
mentally, because
no, it's not a good look.
when you're watching Josh in the regular season, like you can see why like he gets such high praise. You know what I mean for the way he just
I mean, the
command.
kid's nice. He's
You know what I'm
nice,
saying?
bro.
Like
But
but like once it gets to these big games and these big moments, it's like in the Denver game, like you're missing throws. It sometimes it seems like you're doing too much.
I
You know
mean,
what I
yeah.
mean?
On the 3rd and 10, you know, he threw a bomb. You know, it's like I don't know if that's the coaching or that's you, or you know, maybe they need a. I feel like maybe they could have hooked them up with a better play design or something,
Yeah,
but
maybe like, but
I
like
don't know.
that has to feel
Yeah,
like just so like saddening almost because it's like you're seeing it, like you can see the boy balling. You feel me? And then once he gets to these moments for whatever reason, whether if it's the team, you know what I mean, whether if it's the coaching or whether if it's just the decision making in the moments, because sometimes that's what it could be too. Just
yeah,
the actual like you have to process so much information so much that maybe it becomes overwhelming. So now, opposed to just like going with your gut instinct on a certain thing, now you're overthinking it. You feel
yeah,
me? And you
exactly.
start to fucking like you had the right thought by going to the check down right there, but
Yeah,
instead you try to force it right here on the out route or
now
something,
get
and it
intercepted.
intercept. You know what I'm saying? And that was a 3rd and 7.
And
You know
yeah,
what I mean? And that could have just if you would have completed it, either kept the ball moving, kept the chains rolling, control the clock,
you
now
could
be
have helped.
down it,
You know what I mean?
and
Right,
shit like that.
right.
But instead of just going to the check down, you just decided to go there because now you're trying to do too much. You know what I mean? When it's just be simple. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and
Keep it vanilla.
you could have helped me win some money. You know
You know what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying? Keep it vanilla. Yeah, I
But
feel you saying. I feel the same way about LeBron. That's why I'm
yeah,
betting on him,
but you know,
man.
so I think as far as the Super Bowl goes, you know, it'll be if I'm looking at the scenarios, I'm probably gonna want if I'm looking at it from a football fan, like entertainment. I'm probably gonna want the Pats to go because I'm gonna want the team that has the healthier quarterback. You know what I mean? Um, you know, what I mean their actual quarterback, not the healthier quarterback. You know,
hmm
their starting quarterback.
Right, have the main guy,
So
have the team out there.
yeah, but if it happens, you know, it'd be crazy. But I would say like Pats and Rams is what I'm looking forward to. Because I want the Rams to go. They're my pick, so I'm trying to, you know, I want
Just
to
stick
get
to
that
that.
shit right. So
Just
I
ride
want
with
them
it.
to go.
Respect.
But at the same time, Seattle versus the Broncos or Seattle versus the Pats are both rematches of Super Bowls.
Facts.
So that would be kind of cool, you know. to see like a different version of Seattle versus a different version of the Pats in the Super Bowl going against each other. You
These are
know,
all this will all be fucking like
that'll
pretty
be
much Super
wild.
Bowl rematches.
Yeah, man. So
Like,
I'm looking
which
forward
was
to
kind
it,
of
man. I'm
cool.
definitely looking forward to tomorrow too. I think that shit's gonna be some fire games, man. Um, Make sure y'all putting y'all bets in. If y'all got any, put them in the comment section. You know, any predictions y'all got, man, y'all can put it in the comment section. And make sure now to click the summarized video, and it will actually break it down to where you could click the certain minutes where we're speaking about certain topics. And I think that's very helpful. Shout out AI for that. And I don't mean Allen Iverson. So I think that's a cool feature. Lock in on that. We're gonna wrap up this episode though, cause it's cold as fuck, and I gotta do some shit. I need to go prepare for the storm that's about to happen out here. I'm pretty sure my cousin does too, but we gotta watch some of these fights as well. But listen, man, we appreciate y'all. That's a wrap for episode 31, man. Primo Sports, we continuing to grow. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And we know Lex got something to say.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes.